Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a positive and productive day. My name is Kel with the Planner Aisle, and today we're unboxing the July Planning and Stationery Subbox from Cloth and Paper. The theme for this box is mental wellness, which is a topic I'm super passionate about. Anything that promotes self-care and mental well-being is going to be a win for any of us who struggle with anxiety or depression, or really just anyone who needs a reminder of the importance of prioritizing your mental health. So really excited to see what they've included in here. As always, please leave me a comment with any questions and let me know what other videos or topics you would like to see. I love making content for you guys and I would love to hear from you. Without further ado, let's hop in. Opening this packet, we have the What's Inside card with details on the items in the box, the September pop-up calendar, and then 2 journaling cards. So the first is this self-love card. It's a light beige color with love repeated in script text in brown across the front. And the second is this Breathe Deeply card. It's white with a silver foil on the front, and then on the back it has a little paragraph on the practice of conscious breathing, and then below that they've listed 6 steps to show you how to effectively practice deep breathing. This is such a good little tool to have on your desk throughout the day, especially on those days when you're just not feeling the best or struggling to get things accomplished. If you're anything like me and have trouble turning your brain off, this is a really nice addition to your daily routine. I plan to use this with Fantastical on my phone, mainly as a strategic reminder to take breaks at scheduled times throughout the day. That way, even if I can't do the 6 steps, it's at least a reminder to pause and do something relaxing, even if it's only for 5 minutes or so. Next, we have a couple of dashboards. The first is the portrait dashboard. This is a gray cardstock with a silver semi-reflective circle in the middle, and then at the bottom you have a definition of portrait here in the right corner. This is such a pretty dashboard. I love the way it mimics a mirror without being completely reflective. To me, it really symbolizes the importance of self-awareness and the potential that we have inside to create the life we want to live. One thing to note is that if you plan to use this under paper, cardstock, or anything else that has a rough or scratchy surface, make sure to cover it with some sort of soft plastic, acetate sheet, or transparency film. This is a foil type of material and you don't want to get it scratched or marked or anything. I don't have any immediate plans for this, but I'm thinking about starting a gratitude planner, so I may use it there. I also may use it in my wellness planner at some point. Either way, it's such a unique dashboard. I don't have anything like it in my collection, so I will definitely add this to the rotation. The second dashboard is the affirmation dashboard. This one is fully transparent with the definition of affirmation at the bottom here in black. I saw this on the Cloth and Paper Instagram page and I absolutely fell in love. You can use it to house sticky notes, or you can write with oil-based pens or wet erase markers. And because it's transparent, you can use it practically anywhere in your planner without having to worry about covering up anything essential. You can layer it over other dashboards. You can make to-do lists, add reminders, hold page flags, or jot down ideas. And because it's a multi-use tool, you can use it for one thing today and something different tomorrow. I am such a fan of multi-use planner accessories. It gives you the freedom and flexibility to change your mind without having to purchase additional items that you may or may not need. I'm going to use this in my main planner, probably on my weekly overview, but honestly, I see this traveling around my agenda pretty often. I might use it in my finance section as well. If you don't want to use it in your planner, you can always repurpose it as a bookmark or inbox on your desktop. You can also get some of those little tiny magnets on Amazon or from Target and use it as a shopping list on your fridge. Okay, so now let's hop into the inserts. So we have 2 this month. The first are the daily gratitude inserts. You have your cover page, and then on the back you have your daily gratitude page with a place to write down any highlights for the day, anything that inspired you, milestones you achieved, a section to write things to remember, and then a section here at the bottom to list your daily affirmations. Then you move into your thought reframing page, which is really geared towards taking action in the areas that you may be having difficulty with, and is really a good way to address any negative thoughts or emotions that you may have experienced that day. So at the top, you have a place where you can list those challenges along with any specific growth areas, and then you have a few lines to write 1 or 2 things that you want to let go of, and a section below that where you can write down any positive takeaways, And then at the very bottom, you have a section where you can list what you plan to focus on the following day. So there's a total of 15 daily gratitude pages and 15 of the thought reframing ones. All of these have a spot at the top to list the date as well, which is a really nice way to track how your thoughts and well-being develop and improve over time. They also include 2 notes pages at the back, as well as 2 demo pages to give you a few ideas of the types of things you can write. One thing I would add here as a reminder is that you don't have to write something in every section every day. Sometimes when layouts have a lot of blank sections, you feel like you have to put something there just for the sake of not having empty space, which can sometimes be counterproductive. So just make sure that you're being your authentic self and writing as much or as little as you feel you need to. These inserts also pair really well with the daily gratitude log inserts from Cloth and Paper. I purchased these last year, and both would be perfect for journaling or for use in your well-being planner. The second inserts they've included this month are the mindful reflection inserts. Here you have your cover page with a blank back, and then you move into your mindful reflection layout. So at the top, you have space to write the event, date, time, and location. Under that, you have an area to list any details and what your emotional response was to that moment or situation. You have a larger section to write out how you're feeling and your thoughts, whether good or bad, that you experienced. And then at the very bottom, you have a box to list any key takeaways or anything that you learned from your experience. There are 28 pages of these and they're not dated. I can see these being really beneficial for tracking those moments that are particularly stressful or challenging and then reflecting on the experience afterwards. So, for example, I have a presentation coming up that'll be in front of 200 people or so. Public speaking is something that I really struggle with and causes a lot of my anxiety. So, before I go on stage, I'll write down everything that I'm feeling, whether it's fear, nerves, nausea, or anything else leading up to that moment. And then as soon as the presentation is over, I'll use this insert to decompress and reflect on all of the things that I thought would happen that either didn't happen or those that I overcame. My goal with these pages is to help me identify the moments where panic begins to set in and to recognize that most of my fear is in my head. My second use for these is to track my progress and development and to hopefully improve at least one thing each time I have to make a public speech until it's basically second nature. Like the gratitude inserts, they also include a demo page with a few ideas and things that you can use each section for. And these also pair well with the reflection quarterly inserts that came in one of their previous boxes. Because you're able to break these down by quarter, they serve as really good periodic check-ins on any recurring experiences where you want to see improvement. So next we have this little black mini conversation journal. I'm not sure if you can see on the camera, it's black on black print, but you have the Cloth and Paper logo at the bottom, and then near the spine, you have the specs listed. The cover has a really soft suede-ish feel to it. It's a nice size as well. The dimensions are personal size, so if you carry a personal size planner or use personal sized inserts, this will feel very similar. So opening it up, you have your name page followed by a quote page. This one is by David Augsburger. It says, "Being heard is so close to being loved that for the average person, they are almost indistinguishable." And then the last page before you move into your journaling pages tells you the purpose of the journal and has a list of questions to consider as you're writing. So it looks like this is really intended to help you reflect on the things that are most important to you, those moments that brought you joy or that had a positive impact in your life. This could be centered around a person or an accomplishment, or maybe you had an experience that shifted your view on a negative situation. You can use this as a sort of safe space to write those moments down and really capture how those moments made you feel so you can remember and replicate them in the future. If you don't want to use it for that purpose, you can always use it as a regular journal or a notebook. It's pretty compact, so you can always throw it in your work bag or a travel bag when you're on the go. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for just yet. I may use it as a gratitude journal when I'm out and about, or I may gift this to my mom. She loves compact notebooks. She uses it for all sorts of things, so we'll see. So the last item here is this wellness die. It comes in this little round tin can, and opening it, you have an information card and then this tiny little silver die with some interesting lettering on all 6 sides. So taking a look at the key card, it looks like each side has an action that you take if you roll that letter number combination. Okay, so for example, if I roll a 1B, I would do 1 minute of deep breathing. If I roll a 10W, then I would take a 10-minute walk. You also have prompts for stretch breaks, journaling, tech breaks, and getting outside. This is such a fun and unique way to take meaningful wellness breaks throughout your day. It's also one of those things that's really minimal and understated and adds functionality to your space without adding clutter. This would also make a really great conversation piece, especially because the lettering doesn't have any obvious meaning without the key card. So if you work in an office and you had this on your desk, I can imagine it piquing a lot of people's curiosity. It's cute and nifty and would make a really nice gift as well. I'm keeping this on my main desk. I love the idea behind it, and keeping it in sight is such a good reminder for me to take a moment for myself, especially on those chaotic or busy days. And that wraps up everything in this July Subbox. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more planning and organizational content, please hit the like button and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and it would help my channel out a lot. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram for more planner tips and inspo. Sending positive vibes your way. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day.